All right, guys. So, last video, we customized a shoe. Now what I want to show you is adding textures because if you take a look at my pretty peach shoe and if you zoom in, I actually added sparkles onto the front part and that back part. So we're customizing the shoes, right? So we want these to look cool. So since the shoe I have here is kind of the same line of the shoe as my kind of sparkly one, I am going to also add sparkles onto it. And since I made this a group, I can just hit Control T and I can scooch the shoe around, move it for a second. There you go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to find that sparkle texture that I want to use. So per usual, we can just go to Unsplash to find what we want. So I'm going to go to Unsplash and I'm just going to type sparkle. Scroll. And I ended up using this guy. So I'm going to download him. Okay, good. Downloaded. And now I need to open up my shoes folder and I'm going to find the layer I want it to be on, which I want it to be on kind of the area that was yellow, but is now this kind of like pinky area. So what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to go up and I'm going to make this selected above all of these layers. Reason I'm doing that is, as you just saw, I have some adjustments going on. I don't want to really mess with those adjustments. So I'm going to make a new layer and I'm going to go, this new layer is like at the very top of my shoe folder. So very top right there. I'm going to go select color range and I'm going to drag here. I want to make sure that I'm not selecting any of the white or any of the blue or any of this pink really. I really just want this hot pink. So there you go. Ooh, that's good enough. And I can reduce the fuzziness if I want, but let's start with that. I'm gonna click OK. Alrighty. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and hit mask. And now you know what you're saying, like this is a blank layer. What the heck? But we mask that just to save that selection for a second, because now what I want to do is I'm going to drag in the downloaded sparkle file. And it just appeared over everything because it's in the top of the shoe mask. I'm going to shrink it a little bit to kind of just mainly be over the pink area I want it to be. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to click enter to place it. But now what I want to do is I want to grab this mask. So I'm going to hold down Control. I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to click on the sparkle and I'm going to hit mask. And now I can delete this guy because he was only really there to hold that selection in place. Okay. All right. All righty. So we masked it, but if we zoom in, I can see some places where I don't want sparkles. So I'm going to go on the mask and I'm just going to paint away. I don't want sparkles on the purple Nike Swish. I'm going to make my brush bigger. I don't want purple sparkles, or I don't want sparkles there. I don't want sparkles there. I only want sparkles here and here. So I do need to switch to white because I want to make sure that my sparkles are visible here. And the sparkles are super intense right now. We're going to do some adjusting of how intense the sparkles are. But all right, so just painting in the sparkles, switching to black to get rid of the sparkles if they go into the other areas that I don't want sparkles. Whoop, whoop. All right, just do the best you can because we're not leaving it like this because this is too much sparkle or it's too intense. What we're going to do is, like we did before, we're going to mess with the blending modes. So I'm going to go up here to blending modes. And really, I just want to play with them. I'm just going to find whatever one I feel like looks good. Ooh, screen looks good. Now I will say, yeah, these are looking less blueberry and more like kind of princess shoes again. So maybe I find one. I think I might do this overlay because this overlay still keeps the kind of pinky look, and maybe I just lower the opacity of the sparkle a little bit. There we go. And you can do this for any textures. You could do these for patterns. It's entirely up to you. I am now kind of perturbed that my shoe is not as blueberry looking and more as pinky looking. Like this is my pretty peach pink shoe. This guy, I want to be more blueberry-ish. So I might make another adjustment over everything, including the sparkles. And I'm going to go selective color. And this one lets you adjust specific colors. And I'm setting it to red right now. And I want to see if I drag this up, it's not really doing anything. I'm basically trying to figure out how to kind of make things more bluish. So maybe I change this to magentas. That might help. I think that's helping a little bit. Oops, see that just turned it entirely to like pinky. Ooh, there, yes, there we go. Okay, I found the sweet spot. There you go. That is more blueberry. I love that. Okay, that's better, more purpley. So again, this was just another adjustment over everything, all right? And if I don't like parts of this adjustment, I don't like certain areas it's done to the shoes, I can always go on this adjustments mask and I can paint it away. Like maybe I don't want that as much down there. Good. Now I got stuff to clean up. Like if I zoom in, things are a little messy. They could be better. I think I am going to add another layer that is a color blending mode adjustment, which remember that means that I can grab a color and I can use my brush tool and I can paint and it basically turns everything below that color. So here we've got some bits of pink that are that weren't selected when I put the sparkles in there. So they're kind of looking awkward. So all I did was just make a new color blending layer. And this is just a blank layer that I just switched to color blending mode. And these kind of help you get rid of any kind of areas that you forgot to grab or didn't get grabbed by your color selector. There we go. I'm going to hit I to grab it because this area has a specific warmer purple. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's good for right now. So customize your shoes. It should be unrecognizable from the original shoe. So that's my original shoe. This is my blueberry shoe.